What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the WWE Winged Eagle replica title. So here we are, and there it is, and let's just get right down to it. So as always, these replica belts come in the nice protective slipcover here with the WWE logo, the old scratch logo right there. Winged Eagle replica. And we'll just turn it around here and just unzip it, and this is the most exciting part of the video where you watch me unwrap the belt. But I just want to show how these things come packaged when you buy them. Just get this out right here. Get the other side out. And in the bag there's that little thin piece of foam there to further protect your belt. So put that off to the side, and of course it's covered in plastic to further protect it. So we'll just take this off, unwrap this right here, put that off to the side. Now right here the female snaps do have this little piece of plastic that protects them, as well as, oops, turns around so you can see it, as well as this plastic right here to protect the gold tip. So just remove all that, and there we go. The belt is now fully unwrapped, and here you have it. Here you have the Winged Eagle, the WWF Championship title, because at the time this was World Wrestling Federation, not World Wrestling Entertainment. So to me, this will always be the World Wrestling Federation Championship. But yeah, definitely, as far as I'm concerned, you know, the most iconic belt in wrestling, as far as I'm concerned. Right there with the big gold, and yeah, I love this design. It's just a very cool belt, and you know, all of the greats had this title. I mean, this title has a very special place in my heart because this is the belt that was in use when I started watching wrestling when I was a little kid, and all the greats held this title. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the last man to hold this version of the championship, and yeah, this belt just has all the nostalgia feels for me, and that's why I love it so much. But it's a wonderful, wonderful looking belt. So we'll get in close here so you can see the details. Now, of course, right up top, you can see it has a WWE logo as opposed to a WWF logo, obviously, because they're no longer allowed to use the logo, so they had to make that adjustment to the title. And there you have World right there with the black background. Got the globe right there with nice bright blue paint. It really pops. Looks very nice. You got the eagle itself right there, which looks wonderful. And then you have heavyweights right there again with that black background. And then the wrestling champion banner right there again with the black background. Got the little globes on the sides. And you got some grapplers right here on either side. Again, they're wrestling on. And yeah, very, very nicely done. You got the sidebars right here. Now, the one major inaccuracy is that these sidebars right here, I believe, are supposed to be attached to the center plate, and they're not. You can see they're totally separate pieces. But I believe on the actual title, these sidebars are supposed to be connected to the main plate. So I guess my guess is they did this just so there would be less risk of you accidentally breaking them and snapping them off. And, you know, it's smart when you think about it, but I know to people who are, you know, really hardcore about this, this probably drives them insane that these bars aren't connected to the center plate. But it is what it is. So we'll take a look at the side plate here, and again, you get your and this is where my tongue stops working. You have your grapplers right here, getting their wrestle on. You got some nice little designs right here on either side, of course, with the WWE logo as opposed to the WWF logo. And on the other plate, got this guy getting taken down here, again with the WWF logo right there. And you have the WWE champion plate right there. Of course, it's supposed to be WWF, but again, they have to make that adjustment there for legal reasons. And of course you have the snap box right here, which has a nice texture to it, and you have the female snaps. Nice gold plating right there, and you have your gold tip right there. You can see me. Hi! You got the gold tip right there. And on the other side, you have the same plates right there. Got the snap box here with the male snaps. And you do have the shell tooling right here going throughout the border of the belt, and it stops right here and just goes around, and then goes around the top. Very nice. And we'll flip the belt around, and you can see all the screws holding the plates in place. Right in the center right there, you have official WWA Authentic Replica Championship title made in China, WWA Shop, WWEshop.com. Copyright 2013, that's when this belt was made. And of course, you have the authentic sticker right there. So there you go. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful belt. As far as the etching itself, the etching is not really all that deep. It is pretty shallow. The outline of the eagle, like the outline of the wings here, is a little deeper than the detail in the wings itself. The detail in the wings is pretty shallow, but the outline of the wings does pop a little bit. See here, wrestling champion, you know, like these bits right here, like world heavyweight wrestling champion. These bits, you know, again, it's pretty shallow. They pop a little bit, but not too much. And as well as these side plates right here. Again, the etching is not really all that deep. It's pretty shallow. Although these details on the sides, the etching is a bit more deep. You can see they stand out a bit more right there. So that's pretty much it as far as the details go. Now, as far as the measurements go of this title, excuse me while I readjust the camera here. But as far as the measurements go, the strap itself, the length of the strap is 49 inches. This will fit up to a 46-inch waist. The strap from this point, from the top here to the bottom here, is 10 3/4 inches tall. The center plate itself measures 9 inches high, 10 inches wide. If you add the sidebars, they are 11, and if you add the sidebars, the center plate width total is 11 1/4 inches wide. The first side plate here measures 5 inches high and 4 inches wide. The second side plate measures 4 3/4 inches high and 3 1/4 inches wide. And the WWE WWF Champion plate measures 2 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. So there are all of your measurements. So without further ado, we're going to see what this belt looks like over the shoulder, around the waist. So let's get right down to it. Alright, so here we are back under the light, so let's get right down to it. Now, the strap, flexibility-wise, is actually pretty good. You can see it's got some good wibbly-wobbly action. So, pretty flexible over the shoulder. You can see it actually sits very well. You can see it is actually touching my back there. So, flexibility-wise, this strap is really good. Now, one thing I didn't mention earlier in the review, the center plate does have a slight curve to it. It's not totally flat. It has a very slight curve to it. And these are the thicker plates. These are the, I believe, the 4mm plates. So the plates are nice and thick, so it gives the belt a lot more heft to it, which is really nice. So now we'll get down to putting this around the waist. So to run down my stats, as usual, I am 5'10". About 150 pounds. By no means a heavyweight, but this will still fit my little itty-bitty waistline. Get this turned around, and there we go. And there you have the World Wrestling Federation Championship around the waist. You can see how it looks. I'll give you the turnaround here, so you can see. Okay, there you go. And whenever I'm wearing this belt, I feel like I want to tell you something, Mean Gene. Anyway, so there you go. There you have the title around the waist. Very, very nice. So there you go. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, like I said at the top of the video, you know, this belt holds a special place in my heart because this is the belt that I grew up with when I started watching professional wrestling. So this has the nostalgia feels all up in it for me, and I really love it. I really love this belt, and very cool. Like, honestly, to me, it's a wonderful design. It's to me a timeless design, a classic design, and honestly, if they brought this version of the title back, I don't think anybody would be mad about it. I really don't think so. Very cool. I love it. Glad to have it. You know, despite the inaccuracies, I don't care. I love this belt. I'm very happy to have it. Now, I did pick this up from Ringside Collectibles. You can pick your replicas up from there. You can also pick them up from Wrestling Superstore. And you can also pick them directly from WWEshop.com. I don't believe there is a commemorative version of this belt. I'm not entirely sure. You can always check to see. But I don't think they offer a commemorative version of the Winged Eagle belt. So if you do want this belt, you're going to have to pay the extra money and just get the full-on replica. Because like I said, I'm not 100% sure if they made a commemorative version of this belt, but I could be wrong. But there you go. So I think that's it. So as always, don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's it. So there is the WWE Winged Eagle title replica, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Get over here, camera. Get over here, because there's a palm in your face.